Hello, hello. Ooh, my hip. Happy Monday. It's March 23. It's about 2 p.m. in the afternoon. I'm just in my office here trying to get some planning done for the rest of the week. Um, the contract that I'm working with, I had to reach out to him and kind of let him know last week was a little rough around the edges. I got that texting ding under my driver's license and a license suspension for 3 days only, thank God. And yeah, I had a death in my family, so man, it was. But the last week was rough. But I'm gonna try and make this week as productive as I can because I got a funeral on Friday, and life, eh? Um, that brings me around to the point of me recording this. So I'm on Reddit once in a while, primarily for software engineering type stuff and a couple of languages and frameworks that I use on a daily. But occasionally I get these pop-ups from life and friendships and stuff like that. And I'm having a conversation with a couple of people that are in their 20s asking if it makes sense to befriend somebody in their 40s. And I was like, oh, that resonates. I'm 40. I don't know if I'd befriend somebody that was 20. I don't think I'd have much in common with them. I very much so try and I gravitate towards people that are my age or give or take 5 years. Just cultural nostalgia, music. That's where on a superficial level, that's where I bond with people. So superficially, if a 20-year-old was talking about whoever the greatest band is today, and that was all we had to go on, it wouldn't be much of a acquaintance or friendship or anything. When it comes to depth, I mean, I don't know if at 20 you'd have the life experience necessary to communicate depth. And that is naive of me to say because there are some people on TikTok who I follow that are young. And it's like, good Lord, man, you must have been born a 20-year-old because their soul is old. And they're for that reason, they're very impressive people. I got a kick out of them, man. But for the most part, yeah, deep connections are hard to come by in general because everybody sees depth differently. Some people see depth as fuck. I don't know. I mean, there's a lot of people on here that are stuck on addictions recovery, and that resonated with me for the first few months of addictions recovery. But after I started in September, and by the time November was rolling around, by Christmas, I was tired of talking about it and tired of listening to it and tired of hearing it. And I had to start unfollowing a lot of people because I just don't care. That's not what I want to hear. Anyway, one of those things in life, interesting is, so I was telling this kid on this Reddit that I've always looked at it as similar lived experience. And for that reason, I guess I subconsciously befriended a lot of white dudes. Most of my friends are middle-aged white guys, and there's no harm in that, but life is more than that, man. It's got to be deeper than that. And I shared a personal story about the place I worked at before I got fired. Two women that I sort of befriended. One lady was a little older than me and from Jamaica, and the other one was younger than me and from India. So culturally very different, the three of us. And I just thought they were neat, man. And it was neat sharing human moments with them, or frustrations with politics at work and people. And right the day I got fired, I was talking to the lady from India, and she was one of the senior engineers that apparently stuck up for me. And I shared a couple of moments with her, and it was, I like to think that she appreciated that as much as I did. But what shows to go, yeah, man, that you can be friends with anybody. You just got to open your fucking mind up to it. And, I'll be honest, her and the other lady were tough nuts to crack. They gave me the impression they did not trust me at all. I can guess why, but why me specifically, I don't know, because I fit the physical, visual form of someone that would maybe hold them back. I don't know. But, long story short, I took it as a challenge, and they were neat people, man, and I give them full credit for a part of my life's journey. So to answer that kid, yes, you can be friends with people that are older than you. And I also told him that I just recently lost an aunt that was in her 90s. And while I wasn't friends with her by any stretch, she was my aunt. But um, I wish I had spent more time kind of getting to know her, and now it's too late. So one of those mortality life issues kick you in the pants, make you realize, take advantage of things while you can. Be grateful for the moments that you have on this earth and the people that you can share it with. And, similarities are one thing, but don't get caught up in that. Anyway, to close it off, another thread that I read just now was /life Reddit subreddit, and the kid, 20 something, and he's like, "How do you know when you're old?" And he's come to a realization at like late 20s that he's getting old. And I kind of chuckled, and I was like, "Fuck, you know what?" For me, it was honestly this September. I can trace it back to that at my moment of sobriety when I stopped going on Facebook, and I just isolated for a couple of months. And then I started doing TikTok and YouTube and other social media outlets where it was non-tech related, because I've been on social media sites since the 90s. But this was like general public population type sites where, you yourself and your friends are all on, not vertical niches that are specialized like software engineering or patterns designs and stuff. But yeah, that is really what made me realize I was getting old, because I was like, Jesus fuck, man, every fucking person in these groups is like 20. I'm older than everybody by like 10 or 15 years. I feel old. And then, of course, just turning 47 was the real truth. I did the math, and I was like, fuck, if I live to 90, I'm past my midway point. I'm midlife. When do I get a discount at Tim Hortons? Anyways, guys, that's all for me for now. 7 minutes in. Holy smokes. Hope you're still watching. If you are, I love you. Make the most of your day, man, and, open your mind up to new friendships and opportunities, because life rewards those people that are adaptive and dynamic, and it'll hold you back and kick you in the nuts if you're closed-minded and stuck in your ways. So there's the lesson from Uncle X. Take care of y'all. Chat soon. Bye.